it's kind of neat to see. Now that I'm older, quite a bit older than what I ever thought I'd be. Yeah, well, you'll see. You'll see. Age has a way of creeping upon thee. But yeah, the other day, I walked into work where I work, a supermarket, and well, the supermarkets are kind of wild in that there's an awful lot of lugging, a lot of lifting, pushing, shoving, getting stuff on the shelves, making sure that old product isn't on the shelf, where someone might buy it and get a bad can of beans or whatever. There's work to be done, lots of it, and a lot of it's lugging, a lot of lifting box A to shelf B to yeah. Well, you get the idea. At the end of the day, you can be whooped, and you can be kind of bone weary. That's a fact. And then all of a sudden, one day you don't really you worked like a dog, but you don't really feel that tired from it. Meaning you've gotten yourself into shape and all. Kind of cool, especially for someone my age, older than dirt. But anyway, but I digress. What I thought was kind of cool the other day was I arrived mid-morning. That was my time to appear at work and get cranking. And generally what I do is if I'm not pushing carts, I'm stocking shelves or one thing or another. Mostly the lugging work, anything to do with a computer. Well, they kind of let the younger people do that, since quite honestly I don't know squat about computers to speak of. I can do these videos, but that's about it, which is fine with me. I like being an old fellow with something like this with this smartphone of mine, to use it to communicate with people and to tell my stories. It's tailor-made for what I want to do. But I digress. So I walk in to the back room, and there's two younger workers. I won't name their names, two or three of them, and they're pretty much, I would guess, in their high teens, maybe low 20s, but I'm thinking more high teens. No, it's like college kids. But they weren't college kids. They were there working and knocking down these big pallets that come off the tractor trailer trucks. And they had one they were working on for the particular department they were going to restock. And darned if they weren't going to town. I was just watching them thinking, doggone, look at these guys. They are really rolling. They're grabbing a box of, I don't know, one thing or another off of a pallet that was probably at least 50% higher than they were. Yeah, pretty high. Yeah, they're getting it down, putting it on the rolling platform. We call them U-boats, where it belongs for the aisle it's going to go to. And darned if they weren't doing the best darn job. I was able to do it too. I've done that since before they were born, but it was kind of fun just to let them to just be their helper, so to speak. It was really cool because they were getting it. They had it down. And I don't know, but it just made me feel good to see young folks really swinging into action. And of course, right now they're single, but one day some gorgeous young lady will grab them by the heart and that'll be that. Next thing you know, they'll be husbands and dads and working like crazy, but darned if they don't have a good work ethic already when you think about it. I think they've got a future. A very, maybe not always in a supermarket, maybe they'll find something better. But doggone if they ain't showing promise. I was very, very, very pleased with seeing how much effort they put into what they were doing. And of course, I grabbed one of the rolling platforms, and they said they were going to knock down the pallet. Maybe I should go get some of the stuff on the shelf, and that's what I did. I stocked the shelves, and eventually they had all the pallets knocked down onto these rolling platforms we call U-boats, and they were out putting stuff on the shelf. And I'll bet you if I go to check their section, their cooler and all that, I'll bet it's in pretty good order when I get there today. I'll bet you it is. I don't know. I'm just kind of proud of how so many of the young people are really, really snapping to and doing what I think, starting out of what I think will be a very nice life for them. I don't know. I'm just kind of tickled. I don't know if I'm going to get misty over it, but I am proud. I am proud of them, and happy for them too. I'll see you later, friends. Eyeball some of the kids. I'm telling you, if you're my age, older than dirt, eyeball some of these kids. They are really coming up nicely. They really are. I'm sure there's some stinkers in the bunch, but there's a lot of kids that are going to make something of themselves. And I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. See ya. God bless.